Next dumb question for another 10 points.
Okay.
And we
Dumb
have already alluded to this in the previous question, I guess. But what's the point of it? Why make up things? What are the benefits?
Oh,
What
I
are
have a
some
good
skills
answer.
you develop that might help you both in your personal life and your professional?
I think improv makes you a better human being. And I genuinely believe that. I say it a lot.
I agree.
And I think even just watching improv, like I was doing an interview on Monday with Dubai One, and we're talking about improv and stand-up comedy and stuff. And I think that I love stand-up comedy; it's amazing. But I think that there's a lot of pressure on stand-up, and you can go watch a bad night and stuff. With improv, it's always very human. Like you're watching, the things you're laughing at is not a badumch. It's not a moment. It's not like a joke that's been written. It's a moment that you can't replicate. It's human. It's people showing their vulnerability, not being afraid to make mistakes. And I think it makes it very relatable. And I think if you are a good improviser, I genuinely believe this 100% because if you're a good improviser, I believe this 100% because I've traveled for improv. I've gone to festivals. The people, I've never had a bad experience in a country when I've been traveling with improvisers because they are good humans. Whether you stay at their house or you go out with them somewhere.
Is it also because they're generally poorer? Poorer people are
happier.
nicer.
But
Get all
because
benefits
because
of
the
improv, you won't be
philosophies
rich.
because the philosophies of being a good improviser is be present, say yes, and support your partner. They're all things that make good human beings. So I think that, like, to me, like, I genuinely believe that. I know we say it a lot because we're trying to sell workshops and stuff, but I genuinely believe that.
I mean, it's tricky. It's a tool, isn't it? And there are some people who take the angle of focusing on adulation. And so you do see some people initially become greedy and want stealing the spotlight. So the opposite of what we might consider a good improviser. But I think in the long term, people do realize, was it Patty Styles who came and told us, or Sean, one of the two Keith's disciples, came and told us that watch whether people want to play with you. And that stayed with me a lot, that do people actually want to jump into scenes with you, want to play with you? And if they're not, then you have to ask why. And usually it's because you're being a selfish player. You're not truly being collaborative. And that is a big chat. So I think it's a tool that can sharpen you up. But there's also the simple thing that we live life improvised.
Yeah, literally, life is improvised. And I think anyone that tries to live life not improvised is going to have a very difficult time. And once you get used to, like, you know, things going wrong and being okay with things going wrong. Like I have lots of friends, and the friends who are like, every time something goes wrong, they're literally to start crying and like destroyed. I'm like, you need to do some improv, man, because things will go wrong, and it's not even going wrong. It's just something else has happened. You know, let's go with the flow. I think a lot of people really struggle to go with the flow. I also struggle to go with the flow. I like to plan things where possible, but the improviser in me at least is there to support me when it doesn't go according to plan.
Exactly. You know, I think it stops you from learning because you are, and I see this over and over again, you could become like a successful leader and then they're kind of stuck in this one place and they're not rising above that level. And it's because they can't let go and jump and try the new thing. You'll see resistance from them all the time. If they come to learn to be better presenters, they're great to some extent, but they're not going to the next level because they'll go, no, just tell me a technique that I can apply give me a format. Do I ask a question first to the person? I literally have had people say that to me. Or do I smile for it? Like they want.
But even just trying to explain how improv helps in corporate training is so difficult to explain to people because it depends on the corporation. There's a lot of new companies who are very like open-minded and they understand. But then there's other companies who will be like, could you please send me a 5-page breakdown of every minute of every exercise? And the great thing that we do, and which Salman's amazing at, is in the trainings, is being adaptable. If you come in and you see the group is actually really bad at one thing, we're going to adjust the exercises to focus on that thing. But some companies are not okay knowing that that's necessary in that moment. Yeah. And they get there eventually. Because once they do it once, they're like, oh my God, that was amazing.
That's true. I think in the beginning days with the corporate was a lot tougher and more resistance. And I think obviously you gain from experience as well. And you lean in. Okay, I get that you want to apply this back in the workplace. So we also have adjusted things. But it's cool. Like, you know, there's slightly less resistance. So I think in general, people have discovered that even high-level executives are looking at improv to up their game.
Rushdi, benefits of improv?
You're lucky I don't have posted that. Let me say.
You might have to actually give the answer.
Wow, amazing. Amazing question. The benefits of improv. As someone who worked 10 years in an industry that tells you what to do, tick box approach, sign a paper, get approved by someone, I'm like, improv allows you to create whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want. And your partners are forced to accept your idea. I think it's a great way to express something or try something you haven't done before. And depending on the group and your own feeling towards it, because most people were told whatever idea they had the first time or a style or whether it's painting, music, they're like, it sucks or I don't like it and no one will like it. I think that's something people hear often. And if you are dedicated enough, keep trying, and improv allows you to do that.